got the Horsch Tiger. This is a 4MT. So the MT range basically means it's a maize tiger. It's produced, it was designed for corn, high corn yields in Europe, where they can have 12 ton corn, no problem whatsoever. So have the disc system here in front. These are 68 centimetre discs, and that's full system pressure. So these cylinders here, you get system pressure from your tractor straight to these cylinders, through this rock shaft and straight into the disc. There's no rubber torsion system on this machine. You can just see how heavy everything is here on this front disc system. A big heavy duty arm. You've got the big bearing system in there. It's a tapered roller bearing system, and over time, and it's grease for life, so there's no grease nipples on this unit here. But over time, there'll be a castellated nut in here, so when these do wear in several years down the track, you can adjust the nut here to take up any of that wear or movement that may come in those bearings. And this is a levelling disc system, so once again, any of that dirt that's trying to get thrown out by these discs, that brings it back into the working. And then so you move on from here, from the disc system here, back to the tine system. So these tines here, they're what's called the TerraGrip 3N, and they're 770 kilos breakout force. Similar design with the edge plates and the HM Plus points and all the twisted shank guards right across the machine to get the soil to flow a certain way. Then you come back into the levelling disc. So the levelling discs here, you adjust them. The levelling discs are adjustable for your depth via these here. So you set your depth with a pin to where you want your levelling disc to go to. So you set your depth, and it should be level before your packer runs over it. So you should have it fairly level before your packer comes over it, and then your packer will consolidate. So any moisture that you've brought up, that packer will reconsolidate that down to minimise moisture loss. But these machines, we've got guys putting 2.5 to 3 ton of lime down at 30 to 35 centimetres with these machines. There isn't another machine on the market that I'm aware of that can get that amount of lime through the profile down to 35 centimetres. And this does it the whole way. So we've put coloured rice out, we've run over this machine, and we can find coloured rice throughout the whole 35 centimetre profile with this machine. And that we've had clients that have had 4.5% pH levels, put out 2.5, 3 ton of lime with this machine, come back, do a test the next year, pH is at 5.5. So that's a big factor. A lot of machines will get it down to 5 to 10 centimetres. This will be 30 to 35 centimetres. They'll handle a lot of trash, this machine, obviously because it's a corn machine, but we use a lot in the cotton industry in Australia as well. People can come in and save 2, possibly 3 workings in cotton. They'll come through and pick, they'll come through and then they'll mulch, and they'll put this thing through. It's one pass, and it just it'll rip down to here. We've got down to around 40 centimetre, 35 in cotton rows, and even over in WA, in some of the situations in Western Australia, we've had this up to around about there. That's around about 40 centimetre. But very heavy duty trip, and when you drive along beside the machine, there's a lot of mixing action happening, and once again it gets that breakdown of that material, gets it mixed in, gets it levelled, gets it packed, and then away you go. It's breaking down in no time at all. But yeah, we've had a good success with these machines. They've been one of our top selling machines in Australia, and it's a true primary working tool. If you're trying to get a machine to come in and do one pass, and you've got to go then come and go and get a ripper, and then get a speed disc, and then a levelling board, well, this comes in and does the whole thing in one pass. So with labour shortages these days, This machine, it's out there on its own. This is the what they call the top ring packer. So where this tyre packer, it'll leave a mountain like this in between the tyre, or little mound. This is directly in line with that mound, this top ring packer, and it'll just level off. So it's a final finishing roller basically. It's all hydraulically controlled. You can lock them up or have them down. The other thing I forgot to mention on this machine, you can use it as we've got clients using them as a speed tiller. You can clip up your tines, and I'll just show you where you do your tine spacing, depth setting. This is how you set your tines. So you take clips in and out of here. That will your packer determines your depth of these tines. So you're taking these clips out. Every clip you take out drops it lower. So you're going to take 4 clips out on a 4 metre. Say a blue clip that could be 6 millimetres. It's a 4:1 ratio, so that'll drop at 24 millimetres. So that's really important to get your depth down and get that saw flowing through and straight through into your packer onto your top ring packer and the final finish out the back. Once again, with most Porsche machines, 3 metre transport's critical, and all of these machines, I think this it's a 4 metre, folds up to 2.98 metres for transport. Same with the 6 metre, it all folds up for transport. Convenience.